Hey everyone. This week I want to talk about something that impacts everybody if you shoot in winter. Personally, I feel it in my knuckles when they get cold, and we can't use mittens to operate our cameras. Now, I know a lot of people have seen the gloves where the mitten opens up and it's like a fingerless glove inside. That won't work for me because the fingers will get too cold. Now, part of that for me is that I don't drink enough water, especially when I'm out doing a job. It shows in the roughness and dryness of my hands, and I don't like to have them exposed to the outside for that purpose as well. So those fingerless glove combinations won't work for me. What I've been using is a ruck pack, inner lining with a different glove for the outside because honestly they're expensive. The ruck packs will take a heating pack on the back of them. And I've tried it a couple of times, and while it keeps the back of my hands warm, again, my problem are the fingers. So I started looking at warming gloves, which again are incredibly expensive, because what I need is something that goes out to the fingers, and the only way you're going to get those is with an electrically powered glove. However, I did find something that is inexpensive, so any photographer should be able to afford this, and it'll help. It won't be a perfect solution, but it'll help. And that is these battery heated hand warmers that are, I've found one sold by CozyWinters.com. Not a sponsor or anything like that. I was just looking for a way to keep my hands warm. I shoot up at Fort Ticonderoga, which is right off of Lake Champlain. And if you're unfamiliar with what the wind can get like off of a lake, it can be 30 degrees and the wind coming off that lake can drop it precipitously. And it goes right to my hands for me. The rest of my body's usually pretty good shape, but the hands really have a problem. And if my feet get cold, I can always put another layer of socks or something on. But I can't do that with my hands because I have to be able to use the screen and I have to be able to push the shutter. The best thing for me are just using the ruck pack liners by themselves, or a couple of other brands of gloves that I found that are touchscreen compatible. The problem with those is they don't have the best insulation to them, right? They're because you've got to be able to have the fingers work. They're still covered, but at the same time, they don't have as much insulation as other gloves do. Now, the thing I like about the thought of these battery heated hand warmers is they belt onto you, right? So you don't have something extra that you have to carry, physically carry around with you. But this particular set runs off of a battery pack like you would use to recharge your phone. Nice part about that is those are inexpensive. So assuming that the heating elements hold up and that you can use other things with them to charge them up, this is something you could charge in the car between shoots, right? So you can have another, just like you have for your camera, extra batteries or extra memory cards. You can have these extra battery packs. Just stick it in your bag. If you've seen these type of packs, they are not very large. This thing claims it gets like 6 hours worth of heat that you can get off of it or something like that. So you can just swap out your feet, swap out soft foot warmer. Sorry. You can swap out your the rechargeable power back, right? Yep, heating duration up to 6 hours. It's fleece lined with an insulated interior. So when you're not shooting, you can leave your gloves on and stick them in there, or they've got a pocket. So if you wanted to, you could have another pair of gloves that you keep in there and keep warm all the time. And when your hands get cold, take off the gloves that you've got, swap them with the warmer gloves, stick those gloves inside and let them heat up. The other thing that you can do is EcoFlow. If you follow my other channel, Life Hacks and stuff, you'll know I use a lot of EcoFlow stuff in the house. They have this very odd product. I got it free because of something that I bought. It is a solar-powered hat. What it basically is a hat with a USB connection in the back and solar panels around the side. So you could be out shooting, and while shooting, run a cable from the hat to one of these battery packs, let that battery pack pick up extra power while you're shooting, and then if you needed to, you can swap the battery packs, put the other pack on there, let it charge up. Again, they say up to 6 hours, so let's split that in half and say that you're only going to get about 3 hours worth of heat out of it. Right? So you've got a second one on there, now you're up to 6 hours. If you're going to do an 8-hour shoot and you've got a hat like this, you could take that first pack out after it dries out, or after it runs out, attach it to your hat, let the hat recharge it, take the other pack and use it. And of course, like any photographer, you would charge your stuff up before you go out. So you already had 2 fresh packs to begin with, and you just swap it and go. This is, to me, a good alternative to the rest of the battery-powered gloves. First of all, the battery-powered gloves that I saw are in the $150 and up range, which is pretty expensive considering the fact that we really only need them, at least I do. I need them for a good part of the winter, but not the entire winter. I can get away with the ruck packs for a large part of the winter. There's only a small spot that I would really need to have these heated gloves. And so I only need it for a small part of the year. And is it really worth the $150 to over $200 that it would cost for those? The other thing is every glove that I saw is huge. And anybody who shoots, I shoot Canon, that button is not that big. I don't need a big glove over it to try to find that button. And I kind of like to feel the button. So having the touchscreen compatible gloves, which all these big ones say they are, but I haven't had a chance to use any of them, so I'm not going to say that they'll actually work or not. But having that lighter fleece glove, right? Remember, if you're using a liner, they aren't waterproof, so you got to be careful about that. But having that smaller, lighter glove allows me to feel that button, and it makes it easier for me to shoot. And it also makes it easier to use the screen on the back, obviously. You got a big, beefy glove, trying to see what you're touching on the back screen of a Canon camera, it's a little tough. So when we're out shooting, we have to make sure that we're maintaining our health, right? Doesn't matter what you're shooting. This would be absolutely perfect for shooting an event where you're going to have downtime. If you are shooting something that's constant all day long, this may not work for you. But if you're shooting an event, like you're shooting a sporting event, or when I shoot up at the fort and they've got reenactors, having that place that you can put your hands inside and just let them warm up for a moment or two is going to make a lot of difference for me. So I haven't had a chance to try this out. I'm going to grab one and see what I think of it, and I'll let you guys know. But we have to keep a lot of things in mind when we as photographers go out and shoot. And that is to keep hydrated while we're out, to keep warm while we're out. Because we are our employee, right? We have to make sure that we're in good shape in order to make money and to do our work. Same thing goes with summer. We have to stay hydrated. And I've got a water pack that I may be trying out this summer. I've been getting away with just having a shaker bottle, which a lot of people who work in the gyms use, is these shaker bottles. It's basically a bottle you just fill up with water and you use it like any other water bottle, except they usually have a nice little hook on it that you can just carabiner to your gear. But we have to pay attention to our health and our safety when we're out. And I'm going to grab one of these things. Current price for it, original is $129.95. Free shipping, and $76 right now. So I'm going to grab one of those, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. And that's what I got for you guys this week. And I'll talk to you all next week.